Hello and welcome, and thank you for joining me on this short clip where I'm going to be showing you just how you can improve communications, how you can improve the desire to communicate between your friends, your loved ones, and perhaps even your teams. So my name is Anat Shabi. I am a business trainer and coach, and I introduce playfulness into the learning and development process as a way of embedding the learning, improving communication, and achieving goals. And I'm really delighted to have with me today Mangla. Hi, Mangla. Mangla is a very dear business colleague of mine, and she's going to be joining us and just showing you how this process works. So what you are going to need is either a blank piece of paper and some crayons, or in our case, what we're going to be using is Lego. So Lego bricks, if you've got them around the house, definitely use them as a way of prompting. What we want to be doing is prompting our imagination and stimulating our thinking. So Mangla, are you ready?
I'm ready. Can't wait.
Okay, thank you. All right. So what we're going to be doing, you know that thing when you ask your family, your children, maybe even at work, how was your day? So how was your day, Mangla?
Yeah, it was good. It was all right.
Yeah, it was good, right? We can't think of anything. Maybe we don't want to talk. Maybe we've had a tough day and we just want to go to our room and lie down in the dark. And this little exercise. It's just a way of getting us to engage, just to getting us to talk to one another. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, whilst you're thinking about one good thing that happened to you today, what I'd like you to do is just start building. And this is a case where your hands are going to be leading your thinking. So just whatever brick grabs you, just pick it up and put it together. And we're going to take 2 minutes to do that. So whilst we're thinking about one good thing that happened to us, we're going to be building. If you haven't got Lego bricks, you can start drawing. So just pen and paper, crayons and paper, just start drawing and see what happens. You may have an idea of what you want to draw or build already. If you don't, just let the creativity lead the way. How are we doing?
Yeah, very well.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Yeah. Oh,
Okay, so whilst this is happening, whilst we're building, one of the things that happens is that obviously we're firing up our imagination, but we're also thinking. So the bricks are, or the drawings are stimulating our thinking. And remember, some people need to think before they can speak to you. They need that quiet time. They need that time to process, that time to themselves to think, before they can formulate their thoughts, what they want to say, before they can share anything with you. And this is particularly true after a long day at work or at school. So this is the benefit of spending some time creating. And one of the things that happens is you might not want to stop. That's how we
yeah.
do it.
I think that's where I'm at. I want more pieces.
You want more pieces? Yep, that happens.
I'm having lots of fun.
It's quite a relaxing activity because you're totally engaged in what you're doing. It's repetitive action. You're clicking bricks together, or you're pushing the crayons along paper. So this is totally mindful, if you like, quite a relaxing activity to do.
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready to share, would you say?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, so Mangla, if you could just share with us your one good thing using your model as a prop so that we can follow your story. Thank
Okay.
you.
So one good thing today was that I was invited out to meet somebody I had only met once. And so she had suggested a place. And so when I arrived, I was in total shock because the whole place looked chaos. It was just chaotic. Can you see the colors? There were colors everywhere. It was
Oh my goodness.
loud. And the thing is, even the waiter looked confused. And so that's why I put this little head there for him. Can you see that?
Brilliant. I love that. Love that.
So he looked just as confused as all of us. So there was like an area where there were bar stools around here, and
Uh-huh.
then there was this massive fan, and then there were bean bags around. So we kind of didn't know where to sit, what to do, and whether it was, or it was just total chaos, total chaos.
It looks
But oh yeah, and just imagine colorful, loud. So that yeah, that they can only imagine what was going on in my head. But the one positive thing was that when I did manage to sit down, so kind of somewhere around here,
uh-huh.
I sat down. What I enjoyed after that was watching everybody's reaction when they entered.
Oh, brilliant.
So that instantly made me laugh. Each person that walked in. It was a
Lovely.
fun.
So you were sat in a place where you could see people coming
Oh,
in and you could see their reaction to this chaotic. I have to say,
yeah.
it does look like
Oh,
a right
it,
mess.
I know. Just look at all the colors. This was exactly what it was like.
Brilliant. I love it. I love it. Mangla, if you tilt your screen up so we can see you. How was that for you in terms of bringing the experience to life? The one good thing that happened. How was it using the model?
I think it made me laugh that I stuck it out and didn't go running and just relive the fun part of today. Because while
Yeah.
building it, I was chuckling and thinking to myself, trying to remember the thoughts that were going through my head.
Yeah.
So I think it was really fun to do because I enjoyed the experience almost like a second time around.
Yeah, lovely. So what happens is you shared with us a lot of the emotions, and I think I could certainly see the chaos and the fun element of it. So I think, the actual building helps you relive the experience and share it with a bit more kind of verve, if you like, a bit more kind of enthusiasm, and because you were there all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me share my one good thing that happened today. Let me just okay. So let me just share my one good thing that happened today. And one of the things I do is I go swimming in the Lido, and the Lido is very, very long. It's cold water. There's always a lifeguard looking out. But one good thing that happened today, I mean, it's normally a very positive experience, but today, this morning, there were two ducks here in my lane. And so as I'm swimming along, I see these two ducks, and it just makes the whole experience so much more joyful because they are kind of there, they're putting their head in the water, they're coming out, and I'm coming alongside them, and I really love having them in the water. So I don't want to scare them. So I'm kind of going around them. It made me be more playful. So I was putting my head underwater so I could see what they were doing with their legs. It was just such a positive experience. I've put some pink bricks here just for that positivity. And it's just a lovely way to be in nature. So these are trees and because it's in the middle of parkland, so the trees and bushes that you can look at whilst you're swimming. But the positive highlight was definitely having these two ducks swimming in my lane. That was quite.
Oh, that is so cute. And you know what? I think I'll never forget that story now. that I've seen your Lego model.
Yeah, do you know what? It's quite interesting because I think now that you have a visual, what happens is when somebody shares a visual with us, that visual goes into your long-term memory bank. So it makes that conversation a lot more memorable, as well as being fun sharing. So I hope you enjoyed this exercise. Any kind of other thoughts before we leave?
Well, I think while listening to you explain your story and seeing the visual along with it, I was totally focused and immersed in that story that I couldn't think of anything else. That, normally when somebody's talking, after a while, you start thinking, oh, I better go and do that. I need to do this next. And I was completely immersed in what you were telling me.
Oh, and equally for me, I think, you see a model, you see something going on, and your curiosity is up, so you want to understand what's going
Yes.
on. But the other
Yeah.
thing is you have a prop to follow, so we're going
Yeah.
to be less distracted. So lovely, lovely tool to an exercise to help not just improve the communication skills, because obviously we were prompted by the model. I mean, we're using words that we might not use normally, but also we listen so much more intently, and the other person feels like they've got their full attention, our full attention, because they have.
Yeah.
So I hope you've enjoyed this little exercise. I hope it's a tool that you can use with your colleagues, your family, your teams. It's a lovely way to introduce some positive thinking into the day, but more importantly, a lovely way to make sure that you have a conversation with somebody, a confident one where you're sharing what's important to you and you're listening to each other. So
Oh,
thank you very much for joining me,
thank you.
and see you next time, Sam
Thank you
Models.
very much.